Welcome to Onivia Highlights. These are the best highlights from the LTA North. Spring 2025.
It's very, very critical. And like you say, it was so important that he showed it on. Well, Licorice taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, Licorice does not like this situation. The Flame Spitter is there, and he even flashes
Should
it
do the chase down with Conqueror, by the way. I think that's a very nice little adaptation with, wait a second, another death and flat. Wants to make a quick play.
Okay, Whippo gonna get jumped on here, drops the equalizer, and then tries to flash away. Licorice does not land the taunt, but the Winds of War get it done. That's LYON.
LYON, it looks like FlyQuest is gonna go ahead and start it up. Two of the grubs pretty low. I would assume, yeah, Inspired is gonna smite that first one. LYON wants to go in, but he does not find the engagement to Masu, who walks out of the heroic entrance from Galio, but now the damage turned right back onto him. Feet of Warfare secured, and FlyQuest pick up a free kill off
Silly
of
here has to flash to get back over the wall, but Busio and Masu do not want to allow the Emperor away from this one. Busio is just going to walk up there with the trample, gets slowed down by the rain of arrows. Whippo lays out the red carpet. Welcome to hell. Azir goes down for the second time this game, and they are going to be putting the hurt on the bottom lane tier 1 turret. Now, Licorice is going to do the same up there on the top side, and he should still be able to get it, but still, it's not as fast as what FlyQuest is doing. They're just always there first.
Yeah, and they get the tower down. It's going to be traded back eventually. FlyQuest, they also sacrificed the extra minion wave in mid lane to go for that play because they allocated like all resources almost to that bot side play. So the push from LYON, the counter was, well, wait a second, Audiland.
Yeah, Audi could be in some danger here as Busio is ready to cut off his escape. Audi jumping back towards the blue buff to try to get away. He is going to lose the Crescent Guard, and he will lose his life alongside it. Whippo picking up kill number 5 for FlyQuest.
Flowers, it's just looking like murder at the moment.
It's a crime scene.
FlyQuest, before the dragon comes up, they go into the jungle. They find a couple Easter eggs in the jungle there. And then they crack one of them.
And turns out there's money inside. About 300 gold. Feels good.
Wow. There's gold inside of that
Tier 1 tower, summon up the Sun Disc instead.
But the Herald is on the rift. LYON really want to try to get something here as Inspired gets caught out. Juggled up into the air. Nice use of the grand entrance, but it's not enough. Masu's doing a great job firing back as Inspired is still going to be kept alive. Flashing out of the way of the heroic entrance. Audiland needs a little bit more damage, and finally the Skarner will fall. The fight off to the side doesn't even matter. Audi is burning. Licorice is burning. LYON's chances, hopes, and dreams are burnt to a crisp.
Completely. Still obviously very scary to be dealing with this guy. 2-0-4 on the Varus. Not even the highest kill participation on the team, though. That award
shut down, eventually killing the Skarner because he was able to get the 3 kills. Aww. Yay.
She's excited.
That
was a big ulti combo.
That was a big ulti combo. Look at that. 3-person Skarner roll. You got to love those, Flowers.
Oh, yeah. It's exactly what I was talking about in the draft. If you can manage to get the Skarner ulti on top of the Rumble, who are just being completely suffocated out of any chance to respond, Whippo is going to walk over top of the scanner there as Audi's taking way too much damage. Finally going to get reinforced. The team arrives. Whippo dies. Shut down. Back over to Licorice. But now he and Hina have to try to escape. Audiland's going to take the Hex Gate out, but the other members of LYON can't say the same. Even when LYON gets the kill they're looking for, they still lose out on the trade.
Yeah, they wanted to grab a surprise kill, and I think rightfully so. Like, of course, use your sweepers, get into the brush, try and pull off multiple people so you can actually get the kill. And they did their combo. They got Licorice in there, stack up, and of course it went way better than expected. He didn't draw it up like, I'm also going to get a solo kill, and his flash at like level 3. Not exactly part of the plan, but we'll definitely roll with it. Here we go in the push mid.
Busio first to engage and try to stop him as Masu going to unload into Audiland now. Needs a little bit more damage to be able to take him out, but the Xin Zhao staying alive with the protection from the Crescent Guard thus far. LYON's trying to get himself back away off to the side as Licorice wants to make his entry. But a nice shuffle comes out from Saint. Hina trying to fire in and get something back out of it as Quad is down below 100 HP. LYON finally showing some signs of life, but it's still not going to be enough. The Otacon claimed means that anything that they're getting here isn't really even going to matter. Saint's about to burn down the Whippo, and Inspired will pick up another one as Licorice dies. 2, 4 dead on LYON's side, and FlyQuest are just racking up the bodies.
Mid as well as bottom.
This is a nightmare for LYON, man. These guys are not enjoying this current state of gameplay. 5,500 gold lead for FlyQuest. Inspired, looking for an angle there to punish anybody foolish enough to try to defend this tier 2 turret. 6 Void Grubs and a massive gold lead just make it so easy to continue to balloon those advantages into greater and greater numbers. And honestly, man, I think we're at the greatness level of numbers right now where LYON are just crossing their fingers, hoping for some sort of crazy overextension, some sort of silly misplay, but FlyQuest just not giving it to them.
Let's see if they can make some more big plays in defense. Hoping to make one of these plays under tower if FlyQuest decide to go for the dive. Of course, Busio on Alistar, ready with Hex Flash and Alistar Ultimate. Can definitely tank that tower for a long time, so you have to be careful.
All right, Equalizer drops. FlyQuest going in to make their move as Busio tries to control everybody, but a nice shutdown over to Saint. Kills off Masu. FlyQuest have overplayed their hand. They are getting absolutely mopped off the map. This is exactly what LYON needed, as Inspired and Busio are likely to die here next. Saint finally falls.
Right now. What? That's big. You know, Saint have been getting chased around this whole game, but huge stuff from him. Adilan gets caught.
Yeah, Chains of Corruption don't find anything there, but they don't need the chains. Adi's already down. Licorice in the middle of everybody looking for a nice big taunt, but it ain't gonna matter. Nobody's there to back him up. He'll buy an extra moment here with the stasis, but Quad has found his way forward. Saint drops, and there goes Henna too. FlyQuest might have goofed the once, but they won't do it twice. Only Masu has died as LYON just tries to waste as much of FlyQuest time as he can, continuing to try to run away. It doesn't even matter for FlyQuest that their AD carry isn't alive, because you've got Cassiopeia to DPS down the super neutral objective. This Baron is going to melt.
It surely is. It's almost gone already before you even finish the sentence. And then Dragon's Soul is also on the map, Flowers. So your rewards for that fight are not even just the Baron. They're going to teleport out here, try and trap Licorice and get Dragon Soul.
This is so good from Busio. He's just wrangling Licorice around in the jungle, just keeping him alive, keeping him locked up. That way this death timer is going to be super desynced from everybody else. He's dead for another, what, 50 seconds here. There is no way they're going to have him available to try to contest this Drake. Adilan only just now getting back out on the map too. FlyQuest just locked in Baron, plus secured the Hextech Soul.
Man. LYON, they won their one fight, but the rewards were just a couple of seconds away from spawning, so they didn't get much more than all the kill money.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, then FlyQuest come right back, they win the next fight, and their rewards are everything.
It's huge.
It's the whole game, basically. Those two mega buffs, we're right back on track to just them. Well, we're in the same scene here.
The scene of the crime.
So, Flowers, does it happen twice? Saint doesn't have Flash.
Let's
but
see.
He does have his Azir ult.
Well, unfortunately for LYON, they don't have the men, so they can't even defend the thing.
There's enemies there, so nicely done.
All right, LYON wants to go in, seeing if maybe they can find a pick on the Bwipo, but it ain't gonna work. The rest of FlyQuest is already here, and LYON is down. Matsu shoots him to pieces, and Busio finds a beautiful double knockup follow-up, but nobody else is nearby to do the damage to get any additional kills. Now Adi trying to re-engage here with Licorice right on top of him, but the Galio has been turned to stone. A killing spree for Inspired, and FlyQuest will keep the push going. Saint, Henna, and Adilan trying to scramble to make something happen. Saint goes in, and it's a big whiff on the Emperor's Divide. Busio positioning aggressively, allowing nobody anywhere nearby. Henna and Adilan having to go back to the base, heal up back in the fountain. FlyQuest are injured, but they are not deterred. They wait for the next minion wave. It's 30 seconds on both solo laners for LYON. Their support just now respawning, and it's a 5 versus 3 to defend the Nexus turrets. FlyQuest keeping the push going. Inspired very low on mana. Busio wants an angle here to maybe find an engage, knock these guys up and allow the damage to just pour in. LYON chooses his moment. He wants to go in, but it ain't good enough. The Zai is down, the Rakan is down. There's no way for Adilan to try to stand and fight it. The Equalizer's gonna cook him right there on the fountain. 26-6. FlyQuest is 5-0.